Hello ladies and gents, and welcome to my YouTube channel, How I Met Your Chicken. My name's Alexios, and in this series, I'm going to show you how I raise chickens in a regenerative fashion using chicken tractors and my beautiful, lush backyard pasture. I suspect a lot of you will sympathize with me when I say that I like to eat healthy meat. To make healthy meat for yourself, you gotta do it yourself. So, that's what I'm doing here. On this pasture, I'm going to try to raise the healthiest chickens that I can for myself. Here it goes. Gonna get organic feed. Certified organic, in other words, no pesticide or herbicide use. Basically, the healthiest feed you could possibly get for your chickens. We're going to raise them on pasture that has no fertilizer or herbicide or pesticide use in it. Totally clean pasture that hasn't been tampered with at all. What else we're going to do is we're going to raise the chickens in these chicken tractors and move them every day to fresh pasture, ensuring, first of all, the health of the pasture, because as anybody who raises chickens knows, if you have them in an enclosed space, within a few weeks, you've destroyed all the green because chickens love to scratch and eat everything. They're like vacuum cleaners. So we're going to keep the health of the pasture that way so that it's always fresh and green. And we're going to keep the health of the chickens because we're going to prevent them from being self-destructive by destroying the pasture by moving them around. Additionally, we're fertilizing the pasture with their droppings, and so the pasture will get stronger as a result. So it's really a win-win. Everybody wins. There's no losers here. It's incredible. Let me just take you on a quick walk around the pasture so you can get a sense of where these chickens are going to be. So this is the grass area here by the house, and this is going to house probably around 50 chickens. It's pretty big, maybe half an acre, something like that. Pretty good. Down here is where we're going to raise the rest of the chickens. This fence demarcates the dog area. Dogs live on this side. Here, you can see the grass is quite a bit taller. We're going to cut this grass down a size a bit so the chickens aren't, I don't know, drowning. Can you drown in grass? We're going to prevent that. We're going to cut this down here, and we're going to raise the chickens, putting the chicken tractors between the rows of the trees. And we're going to walk them down this way, and then once they reach the end, turn them and bring them back up from a different row. We can do that on both sides. We can do that on this side here, around these vine poles. Do it on this side, between the trees. Now, while we're here, I'll just show you some of the chicken tractors we're going to use. This guy right here is going to fit somewhere between 10 and 12 chickens. We're going to take this thing off here so that they have access to the ground beneath so they can scratch. This is the bottom of the tractor. Here's another one right here. Here's a couple of big ones. That's what it looks like on the inside. We originally made this for egg layers, but now we're going to use it for meat chickens. Here's another one. This is going to fit between 17 and 19 chickens, depending. We'll see how well they fit. We're trying to make it so that each chicken has 2 square feet of space. That's kind of the ideal, 1.5 to 2 square feet. And here are a couple of smaller ones, and that's what the chicken tractors look like. And this, as I say, is the space where they'll be raised. So I just wanted to show you a quick tour of where they're going to stay. We're going to get the chickens this week and get their food this week. We're going to set up these chicken tractors this week too. Get them on the grass, start them young, and see if we can get them juicy for when we slaughter them. I think that's all I want to say. Okay, so I'll see you next video when we get the feed and we get the chickens, and I'll carry on this interesting adventure. See you next time.